Hello and welcome. Repeat after me. I am here to be truly helpful. I am here to represent him who sent me. I do not need to worry about what to say or what to do. Because he who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever he wishes. Knowing he goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him teach me to heal. What an adventure this mind watching is. Mind training, mind watching. The whole without judgment thing is the kicker. I shared this group publicly today on my Facebook and my Instagram. I watched my mind procrastinate over the weekend. And then you said what you said this morning, and thank you. And then I just, after that call this morning, I was told the time is now. And that's exactly what the beginning of the post said, the time is now. And so then I watched the mind, the insanity of this ego thought system. So my ego, this ego thought system gives me impossible situations all the time. And today was just like one of those, it was such a power struggle between I want to help. My whole parable is being a transformation artist. I'm a helper. I want to help. And I want to hide. And so sharing this group has been a challenge. And so I finally did it today. And yeah, just like watching fucking shit show that ensued. Hi, Kat. Good to see you. We're just talking about the insanity of the ego thought system.
It's a shit show, no doubt about it.
So, yeah, so sharing this group publicly, just like that back and forth. I want to help, I want to share, and I want to do it from being hiding. I'm happy to do that from the background. I used to say that in these other groups that I was in. I'm happy to do all of that as long as I'm not on center stage. And so it's that same power struggle, the perfect storm. You can't win. And I love how we're not here to win the power struggle. I'm not here to win the power struggle. The ego is not the enemy. I'm just here to look without judgment. And so thank fucking God. There's nothing to fix, nothing's gone wrong. Yeah. Because when I was trying to fix it, I think that was the bucking bronco that I was on for 6 months. Was looking at the error, but I was making the error real. I was making it wrong and I was trying to fix it. And that was the bucking bronco. And now I've discovered, like really discovered, feel that I am the peace behind the chaos. The chaos is still there. That's not me. And thank fucking God. Because what an insane thought system this is. Of all of the resistance I've had for A Course in Miracles coming into my world, when I learned the whole premise of what this world is, the ego thought system that created this world as a smokescreen to hide me from the love, my story has been so fucking insane and so painful that that information doesn't surprise me at all. So of all of the resistance I've had, that there's been no resistance to that. I totally get that. This is a completely insane world made of completely insane things. None of it makes any sense. It's all completely upside down and backwards. And it's so painful. It's full of so much sin and guilt and fear. Wow. And so all of that has really just been helping me to wake up. I am not that insanity. I'm the one that watches. And so that's what we're doing here. We're unwinding. We're looking at the stories. And as we look at them, they become unwound. We look at them with Holy Spirit and they become unwound. So welcome. There's actually 3 people here. I think this is the most in one sitting. Thank you for showing up. So this is an expression session. It's being recorded. It's live. It's being recorded. There's no private thoughts. There's no secrets here. So I invite you to share what you're going through. I invite you to share miracles. I invite you to share challenges. I invite you to put something on the altar. And if you have something private to share that you don't want on my public YouTube channel, share that. We'll turn the recording off and we'll talk privately. So really, whatever's needed.
I have something actually. Today's lesson is today the peace of God envelops me and I forget all things except
Really?
oh bastards are interrupting my flow. Yeah, that's what's been happening today. I've been with Andrew all afternoon and I have not been experiencing that. Like I have that lesson is like it's so deep. It hit me so it was such a vast experience this morning. When my alarm goes off at 10, that's when I do the lesson. I have an alarm every half hour. The first one's at 10, and I do the lesson. And it was such a wow. Like I really sat with it and felt it. And it was practicing it. And this afternoon, Andrew picked me up and like I've said, Andrew seems to be my perfect storm of healing. And there was a lot of this going on this afternoon. Like the thoughts were like, da, 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 da. And I just want to say that I don't even, I was expressing to him, this is what, I fucking hate you right now. Like I hate you. Like I just, and he's so great. He just laughs and he does not take it seriously. Like when I am insane, he is not insane. And it's really, really beautiful, maddening and beautiful because it's like, well, you're just gonna drop that when it's time. You're just gonna drop it when it's time. And I prefer to drop it on my own schedule rather than, yeah. I don't know what else to say, so I'm just gonna stop there. Thank you. And I'm gonna mute because the dogs, and Andrew's gonna come in the house and then leave. So it's, yeah, I'm just gonna mute because I have guilt about that. So
Let it all come up, Christine. Let the guilt come up. Raina, would you like to share anything? Kat?
Here I am. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to do this on an iPhone.
Welcome.
Thank you. No, I thought I'd just tune in and listen. I didn't know an expression session, and I just have an expression headache. So I'm just going to, I'm quitting coffee, and I'm coffee headaches. So I just thought I'd tune in and listen because I love anything Course in Miracles. So thank you, all beautiful people. Speak to me. Heal my headache. Help my headache.
I just tuned in. I really couldn't. I made this note in my calendar, so I must have seen this somewhere and I wanted to do it. So here I am. And I didn't realize it was going to be recorded. It was expression session, like Ryan was saying, but I don't know. I'm just going. I've spent my brain's kind of fried. I'm sorry. I've been on this computer looking at apartments. I need to move, and so I've got like scroll brain or something. Just yeah, too long. And not trying, doing a really staying close to spirit because I just really have to trust. I've had these, well, that looks like a good idea. That could be it. Trying to figure out what the guidance is, where to go. And this morning, I'm in between in that place, just as you're waking up. And I heard because I thought I had it yesterday. I went to a course group and kind of seemed like maybe this was something that was going to work out. And I heard, keep looking. And so, okay. Yeah. We just watched a movie, Mully. David put out a review of it. And this guy just follows the guidance, even if it seems insane. He just does it. It's like, wow. So, okay. I'm just going to trust that, I'm in this beautiful house and Spirit's got me in this most beautiful place to do this healing. And I don't know why I should trust that that's going to continue to be the case. And doesn't really matter, but I kind of think it Spirit's going to take care of me. It's going to be good. It's going to be a delightful place and space. More healing to come. So, yeah. I'll just say trust and go, all right, now I'm going to mute and probably go off camera for a minute. Glad I'm here.
That's such a big part of the journey, hey? We've talked about that several times here in this space, and it's talked about all over the place, the development of trust. And then we're tested to find out where we are and where we need to develop more trust. And then we're tested again. Clueless, carefree, and cared for. Clueless, carefree, and cared for. One of the things that I love about this journey this A Course in Miracles journey is this guidance. We start this meeting with the healer's prayer. I start every day with that healer's prayer. I get out of the way. Christine offered a beautiful prayer yesterday that I wrote down. Jesus, show me who I really am. Wow. So when we get out of the way, amazing things happen. When we allow ourselves to be guided, amazing things happen. And that's such a mind fuck for the ego to get out of the way, to relinquish control, to let go of that I know mind. I am the guider pretending to be the guided.
I would like to say this again tonight. I was contemplating, do I go to the Zoom tonight? I was really watching this slippery sneakiness going on about, well, I could skip tonight. Like it happens every day. Every day it's the same thought process that comes in. It doesn't happen the same way with the calico zooms. It with this one though, it's like a different layer is being exposed because every time for me, every time Jody and I join, something gets revealed for me. I'm shown something, or uh, my expressing turns into a revelation, like a deeper revelation. And it's no wonder I want to ignore or ditch it for the night. I'll go tomorrow, like ditch tonight and go tomorrow. Yeah, and it's so clever and quiet and convincing. Like I'm actually almost fooled every day. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just gonna watch that.
It is quite a commitment to do this every day, to show up in this space. I've really noticed a huge, like I've been doing this for 7 weeks. I've showed up every fucking day for 7 weeks, recorded it almost every fucking time. And there's a level of determination there and commitment. And of course, the ego is gonna fucking hate that. And yeah, like, yeah, we know we're on the right track when. So congratulations for continuing to push through and to catch it and to see it and then to share it. There's no fucking hiding here. And that's where the challenge is. To have that willingness and determination. The ego has no more hiding spots. And then of course it's gonna try and throw its ego Jedi mind tricks at you, get you to forget, to get you to identify as being a body again. I did my first weekend retreat with the Living Miracles community. We watched anger management. And it was quite an experience. It was really great in a lot of ways. It's been a while since I've done a retreat like that, and it was way different than any retreat I've done before. And it was so triggering in so many ways because it wasn't the way that I have ever done a retreat. And I've never done anything with David in regards to his movie guides, the movie watcher guide to enlightenment stuff. And so it was very brand new. And there was so many gems in there and so much that I learned. But then the watching of the mind is such a powerful exercise. There was so much healing in that, allowing the stuff to come up that was coming up, all of the triggers, when they were like the biggest one that was so like fucking frustrating. I just about threw my computer across the room. They kept interrupting the movie to have a conversation about it. Oh my fucking God. Oh my, I fucking lost it. That was the straw that broke Jody. So funny. And like just to catch that right away, like, wow, yeah, look at how big that is in you. Like the preference, the expectation, the this is the way it should and shouldn't be done. Like this, there was so much in there. Just yeah, so funny. It's so funny to me, the insanity of the ego thought system. Like it just really is so fucking insane. The judgments that come up in my mind, the bizarre, like it's just so. Anyway, so that was a really great experience. And I'm looking forward to, like, I thought that I was going to join his Movie Watchers Guide to Enlightenment website because I thought that I needed to do that. But I actually own several movies and I've got a really close connection with Holy Spirit. So I'm just going to go through all of my movies and watch with Holy Spirit. And watching Anger Management for the second time, but really the first time, was such an interesting experience. It was just so. It's so amazing. This happened to me with The Matrix too. I rewatched The Matrix the other day, like a week ago. I've seen that movie probably 20 times, The Matrix, but I have never seen it as a Course in Miracles student. I just did that for the first time, and what an amazing experience that was. And so anger management was very similar to that. Like I had seen the movie before, but this version of Jody has not seen that movie before. And there's so many messages in these movies, but what I like the most about it is allowing the movie to bring up this unconscious guilt that I'm carrying in me and allowing the healing process to happen through that. Like, that's amazing. What an amazing resource that is, watching movies with the Holy Spirit. I highly recommend it if he does it. Yeah.
So I love David's weekend movie retreats. I missed them, but it's a good thing, moved on. I still watch movies though, and just love. Sometimes they're just mind watchers, and I get to watch my judgment, and, you know, right, wrong, all of that. And then there's movies that'll bring up stuff, and they're priceless, you know, especially being in a house like this where we talk about the movie after. Well, once in a great while, we'll interrupt it, like when something's, really triggered somebody. But I hated Anger Management. Shit, I had judgments about that movie. But it was so good. So good. But yeah, I'll just throw out one little recommendation. If you, I don't, it's an older, I don't know if you're a Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
It's the old Voyager series. But this is a David classic. So if you're familiar with his Movie Watcher's Guide at all, you've probably seen it. It's called The Thaw, and it's from the Voyager series. And it's just every time I watch it, I just go, oh my God. Holy Spirit wrote this with a big old fat smile right on his face. It's just beautiful. It's a depiction of the ego thought system. So, as you were talking about earlier, I thought she might really appreciate this one. So, yeah, check it out.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have anything else they'd like to share before we close for today? We'll meet again tomorrow. Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific. Well, I thank you for showing up. I love you. And I look forward to seeing
Thank you.
Thanks, Jody.
You're welcome.
Thank you.